What if I told you there was a time when Topps, the king of baseball cards, didn't have a Mickey Mantle? That's right, the face of the hobby, the man behind the $12.6 million card. For 2 years, he was gone. This is the forgotten story of how Topps lost Mickey Mantle and how they fought to get him back. A story of rival companies, contract wars, and one young ball player caught in the middle. Welcome to the day Topps lost Mickey Mantle and got him back. In 1951, the baseball card world was ruled by Bowman Gum Company of Philadelphia. They had the market almost entirely to themselves. Smaller cards, painted player portraits, and contracts that tied up most major leaguers. Then, in 1952, a new challenger appeared, Topps Chewing Gum out of Brooklyn, led by Cy Berger and Woody Gelman. Topps wanted to shake things up. Bigger cards, bright, full-color photos, player autographs printed on the front, and real stats on the back. To do it, they began signing players directly, sometimes offering just a few dollars more than Bowman, sometimes even signing players who had unknowingly signed with both companies. The same year, a 19-year-old outfielder from Commerce, Oklahoma, Mickey Mantle, was called up to replace Joe DiMaggio. Topps included him in their debut 1952 set, card number 311, not realizing that card would one day become the hobby's holy grail. But the 1952 set didn't just launch a new card, it launched a card war. Bowman quickly fired back. They believed they had the rights to Mantle through a deal with his agent. And the same went for several other players who appeared in both sets. Lawsuits were filed, cease and desist letters flew, and by 1953, both companies were locked in a legal and financial arms race, each trying to outsign the other. Bowman's advantage was history. They had the player contracts and name recognition. Topps, they had the deep pockets and fresh ideas, glossy photos, bubblegum in every pack, and a marketing push aimed squarely at kids. But by late 1953, Bowman managed to re-sign Mantle to an exclusive deal. Topps was forced to drop him from their lineup. And just like that, Mickey Mantle, Topps' biggest young star, was gone. If you flip through vintage Topps binders today, you'll notice it. 1952 Mantle, 1953 Mantle, then nothing in 1954, and once again nothing in 1955. Those two seasons belonged entirely to Bowman, whose smaller, simpler cards featured Mantle exclusively. It was a quiet but noticeable absence for Topps collectors. Topps had burst onto the scene with bold colors and modern design, but without Mantle, their sets felt incomplete. Meanwhile, Bowman was showing off the young slugger's rise to stardom, printing him proudly as their flagship player. Even the hobby press noticed. The Sports Exchange wrote that some favorite stars appear only in one brand this year, hinting at the growing tension between the two card giants. Bowman may have held the Golden Boy, but behind the scenes they were already losing the war. By 1955, Bowman was struggling. Their color TV set, designed to look like a television frame, was creative but costly to produce, and sales didn't match expectations. Meanwhile, Topps was booming. Their 1955 issue was streamlined, well-marketed, and supported by a nationwide distribution network that left Bowman simply out of the game. Behind the scenes, Bowman's parent company, Connolly Containers Inc., had seen enough. The gum division was losing money and Topps was dominating the market. So, in early 1956, Connolly agreed to sell Bowman gum to Topps for roughly $200,000, which is about $2 million in today's market. The deal ended the long legal battles and handed Topps every player under Bowman contract, including Mickey Mantle. That same year, Mantle returned to Topps in a spectacular fashion. His 1956 Topps card, featuring both a portrait and an action shot, remains one of the most celebrated designs in hobby history. Mantle also captured the Triple Crown that season, hitting .353 with 52 home runs and 130 RBIs. The timing couldn't have been better. Topps and Mantle were back together, and the golden age of baseball cards had officially begun. You know, the Topps Bowman rivalry of the early 1950s shaped the entire sports card industry. It set the stage for licensing, exclusivity, and even the player union negotiations that came years later. And Mickey Mantle, he became not just the face of Topps, but the face of the entire hobby. His 1952 Topps number 311 card sold for $12.6 million in 2022, setting a world record, a symbol of nostalgia, scarcity, and the strange path that led Topps to lose and then reclaim its greatest star. So the next time you see the iconic 1952 Topps mantle, think about this. We almost never saw him on a Topps card again. They lost him once, but fate and a $200,000 deal brought him back. So what's your favorite mantle card? Or maybe a Bowman versus Topps memory from your own collection? Share it in the comments. I read them all. And if you love these kinds of stories from the golden age of the hobby, hit subscribe and join me as we go beyond the cardboard.